Welcome back guys, and yes, we have finally moved to Portugal. In this video you'll see basically how the move went, whether it went smooth or whether we had any hiccups, but I just wanted to quickly jump in here to let you know that because of microphone issues, a lot of the clips that are being shown just don't have any audio, and with the move I just didn't have the time or the ability to get to alternative mics at the time. Hence why there's music overlaid over a lot of it. With that said, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get into it. For the move we used a removals company, however our belongings are only due to be delivered next week as expected, so they're not delayed in any way, but I just don't want to share the company name until we know whether they've done a good job or not. So in case you're wondering why the name's blurred out, that's why. Bobble survived the journey pretty well. Yeah. Bobble hates being in a car, but she's done very well today after, well, we left the house in Cheshire in England.
About 8:30-ish?
About 8:30, we were aiming for 8, but it just took longer than what we were expecting.
It did.
But yeah, we left about 8:30. It is now 9:45 in the evening, and we are basically an hour into France. We took the Channel Tunnel, and the day went relatively smoothly.
Yeah, really well.
The car and the trailer are loaded up full, like there's hardly any space for oxygen, let alone anything else in there. So I was a bit concerned that we were going to get pulled on the weight of the vehicle, and obviously with it just being so full, I thought we were going to get to the border and they were just going to pull us over to the side and saying, right, what have you got in there, and just check, like a customs check.
Yeah, first time we've ever been just waved through without stopping at security.
But yeah, they didn't.
I think he took one look at the car and was like, get out of here.
just go. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, nobody looked. No. We even had to go to the customs, well, what do they call it? Border services. Border facilities, because of the tortoise. Because she's a CITES, what do you call it? Not ranked, qualified.
CITES listed, so she's a...
it's a Herman?
She's a Herman's tortoise, so she's rare in the wild. She's nearly extinct in the wild. And because we're taking her back to Europe, mainland Europe as well, which is where their main habitat is, it's important to get all the paperwork right. So we had to do CITES paperwork. So that was actually less of a headache than I thought it was.
But it was a headache to work out what it is that you actually needed to do.
Yeah.
And when we arrived at the customs place, which is basically designed for lorries.
Yeah.
So it's really weird driving around it in a estate car with a little trailer just surrounded by lorries. But because it's Sunday today, it's the 1st of March, the place was deserted and they had hardly anything to do.
Yeah.
So we literally arrived, and half an hour later, we were on our way.
Yeah, I had my paperwork stamped and was on the way. But in what I found out doing this process is that nobody really understands the process. So luckily it was quiet in there, and I must have had at least 3 or 4 people involved trying to
sort out the paperwork.
Tell each other what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because not everybody knew what the process was for a CITES animal.
And they were asking you about, right, have you got this form, have you got that form? And you're like, no, what is that form?
Yeah.
Even though you've been literally doing research on this for months now.
Months,
and you were just
months.
ringing, the customs places at airports and everywhere else, trying to work out what forms it is actually you need to fill in to take the tortoise legally into Europe. And
it is as simple as the CITES form.
That's
Fill
basically
it in on DEFRA,
it.
and that was all I needed. And we went to the vets and got a health certificate. Now, I don't know if that was necessary.
No. Because essentially at the customs place, when we arrived, you park up amongst the lorries, you go into the office, you basically drop the paperwork off, and then they said, right, we'll send you a text message in half an hour when it's ready. And then literally half an hour later, on the dot, we just had a bing on the phone. And then you literally come out of the car, go into the office there, pick up the paperwork, stamped, come back into the car, and off you go.
Yeah. I say the paperwork was relatively easy. I chose to have a young tortoise knowing that we would be travelling abroad in the future. So I did have a lot of the original paperwork. So I had the original CITES certificate from when the tortoise was born. I had my receipt, which is really important to prove that you purchased it in the UK and that it's a captive bred tortoise. I'm trying to think what else I needed for it. And then I needed to send away for the CITES certificate. And I think that was the main things really. And then of course I have applied for a CITES certificate in the country that we move into.
Which is Portugal.
So that's an import certificate, so they know that a CITES species is moving into their country. So yeah, it was quite a rigmarole, but nobody really knew where we were supposed to go because we were going through the tunnel. Nobody at Eurotunnel knows or even cares. Nobody asked us. We didn't tell anybody. It's only the CITES paperwork that you need to get stamped, and that's at a different building at border facilities in Sevington, which is about 15 minutes down the road?
Yeah, 10-15 minutes away from Eurotunnel. And then when you get to Eurotunnel, they don't care about the tortoise, at least there was nothing we had to do with the tortoise.
No, they don't want to know about it.
They do have pets check-in. So if you're travelling with a pet, when you book your ticket for Eurotunnel, you just declare that you're travelling with a pet. And then when you arrive, instead of getting the what do you call the strap for the window, the hanger which tells you which train you're going on, instead of getting that, you get like a pet check-in marker instead, which you then take to the pet check-in desk. And again, you went on your own, but it was basically you went in and then you just came straight back out.
She looked at the so again, you need a pet it's not a pet passport. I think it was a health to travel certificate for the cat. And literally, from what I can see, all she did was she passed me a scanner. I scanned the cat's neck. She checked that that was correct with the paperwork. Asked me what. So I think we were booked on at a 7:45 train.
No, 17.
Sorry, 5:45
so basically
train.
6 o'clock train.
And we were ahead of schedule because we didn't know how long this was going to take.
Yeah, especially the customs side.
Yeah. That could have took a lot longer for all we knew. We had no idea. And she put us on a 3:45 train, 2 hours.
We shaved off nearly 2 hours, basically.
Which is good, because otherwise we would only just be arriving now, wouldn't we, really?
But to be fair, Eurotunnel seemed pretty dead today.
Yeah.
I mean, the customs place was dead. I imagine if you turn up on a Monday to Friday...
We've been in the past and queued, haven't we?
When they have more lorries. Not at the customs place, because we've never been there before.
Oh, right, yeah.
But at Eurotunnel we have.
Yeah.
So we know how busy it can get.
I think customs midweek would be busy. So if you're travelling with a CITES listed animal, go on a Sunday, it was absolutely dead.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
And I would say if you're going on a quiet day, Sunday for example, obviously not in, you know, holiday season or around Christmas or time when there's more freight moving, you probably want to allow, I would say comfortably an hour to an hour and a half for the customs place, just to have a margin that you're not rushing too much. I think an hour and a half on a quiet day would be plenty.
I mean, the last time we came through, it was July.
Yeah.
And it was busy.
So that's Eurotunnel.
That was Eurotunnel. It was busy. Yeah.
But yeah, the customs place is a bit weird because it's sort of, it looks like a bit like a military complex without the military, if that makes sense.
Just men in yellow coats.
There's a lot of yellow coats. You can't record, so I got whistled at when I grabbed the clip. But yeah, it was pretty trouble-free. We didn't know what to expect.
No.
First time we ever travelled with pets abroad.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got both of them with us this time round. First time with a trailer. The car is just absolutely rammed. The trailer is absolutely rammed. Nobody could care less about the trailer. So we're just hoping that we'll just now head to Portugal and nobody's going to even bat an eyelid because obviously it's all Schengen area now.
Yeah, now we're in.
So we shouldn't really... There's probably going to be more border controls, like patrol cars around border areas, like with France to Spain and then Spain to Portugal. But I think, well, for us the main border was between the UK and France because that's, she goes through border controls with passports.
For all intents and purposes, we are holiday makers.
Yeah.
That tourists, that's what they see us as.
Yeah, they just wanted to see our passports and that's it. Couldn't care less about the pets.
No.
So we are staying in a place we found on booking.com. It's basically like a little, it's not an annex because it's not actually connected to the house, but it's like on a private property, like a little, I think they're trying to model it as a sort of premium retreat because they've got
there's a spa downstairs.
The spa downstairs, they call it a spa, but it's got a hot tub
just
essentially.
Just got a hot tub in, and a shower. And a sauna.
Yeah, and they've got like a good-sized pond with ducks on site as well. But you haven't got a bathroom in the room. You have to, for a shower, you have to go downstairs to the spa area where they've got the hot tub and the sauna. So just a bit weird because then you have to come back outside to go back into your room, which is up some steep steps. If you can't make it up steep steps, this is not a place for you. However, for us, it works really well because one, we've got a trailer. So we wanted to be able to leave it to go and get some dinner. So because it's behind a locked gate,
it's a very secure property.
It's very secure. There's nobody. I don't think they ever have more than one set of guests.
No.
It looks like this is the only room they've got.
I think so.
So we were able to securely leave the trailer, just unhitched, behind the locked gate. And also, we don't need to worry about any of our stuff in the car or in the trailer overnight. So security. Also, they accept pets. You have to pay £6, €6 extra. Is it per pet? I imagine per pet, or like a pet additional fee.
Yeah, I guess it's
which isn't too bad,
isn't it?
And it's an hour into France coming from Calais. So for us, having driven and most of the journey so far has been in the UK, we just wanted to stop somewhere not too deep into France because one, we didn't know how long the border crossings were going to take because of pets, the trailer, and all sorts of other stuff. And also we didn't want to leave it too late. And also because we're traveling with pets, we wanted to have the accommodation booked in advance so that we know that we have somewhere where we can stop with pets without
and
issues.
give them a rest.
Because obviously not every place will accept pets.
Yeah, she is quite travel sick.
Yeah, Bubble absolutely hates being in a car.
So it's nice to give her a nice little break, and she settles in really well once we're all back indoors, and as you can see, and sat down nicely. So,
But yeah, so that's been fairly uneventful, thankfully.
Yeah.
We have a full day of driving down tomorrow. We're going to be staying just south of Bordeaux. Again, accommodation pre-booked because of pets and security for the trailer and the stuff in the car. So that's just a hotel. We'll see how that goes, but it should be, again, fine because we checked that out on Google Maps and reviews and all sorts. And then day number 3 is going to be another long day, basically from that hotel all the way down to the village house. But we have to make sure that day we stop off at the toll motorway booth thing in Portugal so that we can register the car with the Via Verde motorway system in Portugal, so that we don't have to pay the massive admin fees on the online portal. So we've got two more days of travel. If you want to see a breakdown of how much it costs to drive down from the UK down to Portugal, central Portugal, keeping in mind we lived in Cheshire, which is sort of Manchester-ish way, then have a look at our video. We've got a dedicated video on that, and all the costs are listed at the end of the video, so you can have a look at that, and it specifies everything, how much we spent on hotels, how much on tolls, how much on fuel, and so on. It gives you all that information. But for now, we're gonna have a quick wash. Yeah, we're tired. And we're gonna go in bed, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm feeling tipsy. I'm on the move. We're getting frisky. We're in the groove. People are smiling, and the music is on fire. The lights are turning me on, and they're lifting me higher. I wanna tell you that I feel alright. Yeah, I feel fine. Yeah, something inside me is saying that I'm on the move, baby. Hey, I'm moving on up to a higher destination. I'm moving on up. I'm feeling cheeky.
Right, so yesterday when we got here, the hotel, the battery in the camera died, and for some reason the spare battery that I've got for the camera just doesn't want to work in it. I have a pretty good idea of why, and it's not an issue, but it just meant last night I had to charge the battery, and we were knackered after a full drive through France. As I mentioned in the last clip from the last place, the first place we stayed at was about an hour into France, coming from the UK, and we are now in Bordeaux, essentially just on the edge of it. And yeah, it's the final day of the journey. Yesterday, the journey was very smooth. Bobble had a little accident about an hour and a half into the journey yesterday, so we had to pull over, and Joe had to change some clothes. But other than that, yeah, it went smooth. We only had to fill up once in France, which is good, because at the service station, the cheapest diesel yesterday was €2.07 per litre. I mean, it's nothing new, because we knew that fuel in France is quite expensive. Obviously, service station fuel is even more expensive. But yeah, we're just glad we should be able to make it into Spain, which has the cheapest fuel of the countries that we're going through, without having to fill up again in France. So that's good. This hotel, it's pretty decent, I would say. This is the pet-friendly room, I think, because it doesn't have a carpet. It's got like a lino rubbery flooring, which I imagine if a pet just, makes a deposit onto it so that they can clean it. They've got a little restaurant on side, and you can have breakfast at this place. we had dinner here yesterday. The portions weren't the biggest, but at the same time, the prices for restaurant food weren't too high. I think we paid like 48 euros for 3-course meal and 2 drinks. But the actual meals were tiny. But it's something, when you're tired after a day of driving, just the convenience of being able to just walk out of your room, go somewhere literally meters away, have some food, come back, go to sleep, it's just wonderful. So that was good. This hotel has electric destination charges for electric cars, which is good to see. It has a little swimming pool, but to be honest with you, because of where it is, I don't think you'd probably be using it. And yeah, we'll put links to all the places we stayed at, well, all 2 places we stayed at, in the description, and we'll hit the road. Today's the final leg of the journey. Google Maps says it's gonna be about 9 hours, I think, in the car, but we have to stop off at the, what's it called, Easy Toll? Yeah, I think it's something like Easy Toll booth in Portugal, so we're navigating to there first. Easy Toll is basically, if you're traveling on a foreign number plate car in Portugal, you can stop off at a booth and you can register your vehicle against a debit card, and instead of having to pay admin charges at a later date through a third-party website, what you do is you register the vehicle and then it automatically charges your card directly every time you go through a toll booth on Portuguese motorways, which a lot of them are obviously tolls. But it's only valid for 30 days, I believe. So for us, it's just going to give us a start, and then we can work out a more longer term solution. But we are planning on selling this car, so we don't want to get the sticker for the windscreen just yet. But we may, to be fair, we need to look into it. There's been a lot going on over the last few months, so it's just something we haven't looked at too much just yet. But anyway, let's hit the road. Final day. Let's get home. Right, so we stopped at a service station in Spain. We're not too deep into Spain, just in Bilbao and San Sebastian area. We needed to fill up with fuel. Fuel is literally 50 cents cheaper per litre than it was at the French motorway services where we filled up, which is why we waited until Spain to fill up again. And it just worked out that we basically just used the full tank of French diesel until the Spanish border. The car's doing about just over 40 miles to the gallon, which if you compare it to the last trip where we did it just with the car with no trailer, that time I think just going off my memory, I think it did about 62, 63 miles to the gallon. So it does make a big difference on fuel economy. Obviously extra resistance, rolling resistance and so on. But yeah, no, the car's doing really well. It's pulling up. I was a little bit concerned with all the weight, how it was going to cope with the hills and mountains around here in this area, but it's doing fine. And because you have to slow down to, because we're towing a trailer, down to 90 kilometers an hour on the motorways, yeah, there's no issues at all staying up to speed. Bubble is a lot better now than what she was on day number 1. She's still not overly happy about being in the car, but she is doing a lot better.
Right.
Joe's just come back with sandwiches. Show us what you got us.
Ham and brie baguette.
Ham and brie baguette.
Very nice.
Okay. Let's dig in. Car is just a mess. And Tortosaurus is travelling here.
She's calling me, like the rainbow. She's calling me, like the rainbow. The rainbow.
Card not supported. I think I need a British card.
Maybe you need a foreign card, you can't use a Portuguese one.
I think I need a British card. 1 second. Here we go. Enter pin.
Okay.
Retirar talão.
Oh, that's really long.
Remove ticket. Boa viagem.
Boa viagem.
Did you have to put in the
Have a
number
nice
plate?
trip. Buen viaje.
No, but it's recording it here.
Okay, so does it say on, what does it say on there? Tap your card,
Tap your
keep
card.
receipt, continue trip.
Yeah. You just need.
On your next trip, okay. And then portugaltolls.com it says for next time.
Oh,
So, and what does this say?
I'm sorry, Mother.
Automatic debit after crossing toll, gentry and electronic lanes, only pay what you use. On the entire national highway. So I think that means that we can go through the automatic ones. Okay, so that was painless. So you literally just pull up, tap the card, it registered your number plate by itself, and then that's it. Oh, that's good. Right, so on we go.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.